Okay. So I'm Tterraj42. This is Mega Man Network Transmission. I'll be filling in for Plum. Plum was originally going to run this as he's also running Network Transmission in Awesome Games Done Quick in January. So look forward to that. Assisting me on commentary is Kid. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I just woke up. Hi. I was around, so I did commentary.
It is an honor to have the prestigious WonderSwan creator here with me.
Yeah, I said...
And with that, we're ready to start. We'll just go off of New Game. So I'll do a countdown. And 3, 2, 1, start.
Good luck.
Thank you. And the game starts out with a 1:17-second cutscene, which basically recaps Battle Network 1, or just shows the end of it, rather. Because this game chronologically takes place between 1 and 2. So it's like Battle Network 1.5. And it's a side-scrolling platformer, so it plays much more like a classic Mega Man game, but it's got Battle Network elements mixed into it, so you still have battle chips, buster upgrades, all that stuff. So I think it does a pretty good job of blending the two together. Okay, just let me know if chat has any questions. I'm going to try and focus on not mixing up my slides and jumps.
Sure.
But basically...
Fuck, I just loaded up stream 1.
Yes, stream 2.
Okay.
But basically, the World 3 created the life virus to try and hack all the military satellites to start a world war. Mega Man shows up, stops it, and that's where Battle Network, or Network Transmission starts up.
I see BN 400% has already been talked about. That's always a good sign.
So you do have a folder, and I'm going to go ahead and reg Sword. Nice thing about this tutorial is that it fixes 2 of your chips. You're guaranteed to draw Cannon and V-Gun. So we're guaranteed 3 chips. Sword, because it's on reg, and then Cannon and V-Gun from the tutorial. And using those 3, we can clear the beginning area, which is good because your Buster is really bad at the start of the game. And there's a lot of text for this intro area.
Oh god.
What's up? Is it having issues?
Certain issues on Beam. Let me see if I can open the Twitch and I'll just be on a relay.
Well, I mean, if you're having issues, it might be Beam itself.
It might be, but it's more likely mine because of my interesting setup.
Right.
Well, I'm not having an issue. So.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, guys.
I mean, if you have to use Twitch, I guess that's fine. It's too bad, because it's like doing commentary off of basically a sub-second delay is really nice.
Yeah. Oh, Beam was just being weird. I opened it up and it was just like lagging all over the place. It was weird. It's fine in docks, right?
Oop, that was supposed to be a slide. That was supposed to be a slide. That was supposed to be a jump. Great start here. It's fine. We're fine. We're coming up on spikes though. So hopefully I don't mix them up in here. Here you get a backup. So basically I have 2 lives. Well, 3. So if I get deleted twice, then I'll have to check out and back in to refill my live count. I'll tell you this.
There we go.
There we go. So we meet Roll, and she's unable to go back to her net because the internet is on fire, and she gives us heat armor. So we're just going to go ahead and equip that. And then we're going to go check on what's going on with the internet.
Yeah, you mentioned spikes a second ago. Spikes in this game aren't exactly instant kill, but for the purposes of the amount of health Tterraj's usually going to have, it is.
It does 200 damage. We end the run with 320.
Yeah, and we usually take, well, Tterraj usually takes a lot of damage, just damage boosting for enemies since it's faster in a lot of stages.
Indeed. So most of the time, getting hit by spikes is really bad. Okay. Just picking up some cannons. There. And then I saved 2 V-guns for the spiky because he's got, I think, 100 health, so it's just enough to take him out. And now we're going to switch to sword because we're approaching the boss, which is denoted by a purple wart. Nice. And so, in contrast to Battle Network, well, we take swords because there's a place you can stand next to Fireman where your sword will hit him, but you won't get hit by his fire aura. There's a chance that he'll still use firearm even at this distance, which will hit you, but you can survive too because you have the heat armor equipped. And Fireman's got 400 health, and we have 5 swords, which is just enough to take him out.
Yeah, for some reason they thought it'd be a brilliant idea to make the first boss free-shotted.
Yeah, and that's if you equip the armor.
Yeah, if you equip the armor, which I don't know why you wouldn't. But
The hitbox on the firearm is really weird too. And it's like, at this point, you're not exactly used to sliding under attacks to dodge them, which I think is kind of their intention. But we're going to switch our regular chip to cannon, because now we're not guaranteed the other two like we were. And fortunately, it's usually, especially with how many we have, enough to carry us through. It's actually a pretty good draw. The bubblers will help with the spiky. Or the mini bomb. I wonder. I might use the bubblers on the sortie. Whoops. Alright, let's see if I can do this section right. If you do it right, you make an early cycle. Otherwise, you have to wait a little bit. Alright, I think I got it. Except I didn't slide there. Yeah, and since I got hit, that threw it off. Almost had it. And then this game has a lot of hang rails. Make an appearance in a few places. Oh, I mistimed my jump, so I got hit by that. And I think I will use bubblers here because there's 2 sorties up ahead. And that'll take both of them out, which saves me 4 cannons, which is pretty good. It also saves 16 MP, which I think is like, what, memory points? And that's basically your mana, which you use to use the chips.
yeah, when it comes to the MP, it can be kind of annoying when playing casually. Sometimes you'd have to like wait to go into a boss store for it to fill up, which can be really annoying. Not MP, sorry, that's the usually the top. I mean, that applies to MP as well, I guess.
Yeah, casually, a lot of what you'll do is wait next to boss doors, and then let your MP and your custom bar fill, so you can take in more chips.
One of the only problems I really have with this game is that that's kind of silly. Later you can fix that though by getting full custs.
Which are kind of expensive. Looks like I have 10 health left. That was kind of close.
That's not good. Don't do that.
That's fine. So Dex sends us an email. There's a zero virus going around and people are buying basically I'm 20 short. I wonder if the scale drops any. Oh, dropped his chip. That's okay. I wonder... Nah, I can't get back. Oh well. I'll just get an HP memory somewhere else. Did I miss one of the bronze coins? It's kind of confusing.
I thought we got to run Star Force up to BN2. Yeah, we were, but Plum's not around to run.
Oh, I probably should have updated the schedule. Yeah, since Plum isn't here, I'm going to do network transmission to buy him some time. Hopefully he shows up, and then we can do NT. Or not NT, Star Force. If not, I think we might do Battleship Challenge for a bit to buy him a little more time. But if he doesn't show up, we'll unfortunately just have to do without. I have a good amount of MP and I drew wide sword. It takes more than regular sword, but we might try that to save a couple menus.
Okay, I've come up with a genius plan. I'm gonna get Beam up on my phone and see if it's optimized for phone, see if it works then. What could possibly go wrong?
Beam on phone does not load FDL. You'd be better off just loading Twitch.
Don't.
Oh,
The beam map on the phone is terrible.
Wow, really? They even like promote it. I guess it's still an early thing. So
the Beam staff that I'm friends with don't promote it.
Oh.
And putting Beam on Chromecast has worse delay than Twitch.
wow.
Wow. Okay. Right, well, that plan's out the window. Oh, thanks, Greg. You saved me from wasting my time at least.
The only reason I've ever used the B map for Chromecast is because I was walking around and didn't feel like sitting at my desk with the headphones on. So.
Fair enough.
So that basically concludes the introduction, which is probably farther than most people who played the game casually got, because it's actually really difficult to get past that first start of the game. But then it sort of opens up, and you've got a branch of 4. That's what all those emails were. People saying that, oh, this has gone wrong, or that has gone wrong. Basically, the Zero virus, or this fake vaccine, is infecting all these navies and causing them to go haywire and cause all sorts of trouble. Like Quickman here is mucking about in the security system, which has locked everyone inside the bank, including mail.
Oh god. That was a little close to those spikes.
Oh, yeah. So I do that because if you do it quick, it's like a 13-second detour, so it's more like 15 for me. But you get an HP memory and a mem up, so you could like cut one out or do something different. Like, I feel like as dangerous as it is, it's probably faster than some of the other stuff we're doing.
Does Plum do that as well?
No, I'm the only one that does it. Which is weird. Usually I'm the guy that stays away from risky strats. For some reason I just like that. There's a lot of...
It looks cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I don't do just movement tech wise, because it's hard. Whoa. Okay. Well, didn't die.
And what Lad do in this game? He just stays in his room, basically.
Literally stays in his room. Well, presumably he goes downstairs to eat. So this is Quickman.
Oh, he also like goes outside on the overworld map to like jack Mega Man into this place and stuff. That's
I'm sure he just remotes in.
yeah, probably.
And then the Higsby shop you just order online.
God damn it, Lad. He's truly the youth of this generation.
But for Quickman, we basically just do the fight sort of legit and make use of lots of cannons and a couple buster shots.
Yeah, again, you don't really have anything good at this point. It's like, has the
That's a good
RPG
fight.
thing of things being hard at the start because you haven't got any access to anything, but later on it gets way easier.
Too
up
easy.
to like the last end.
Yeah.
Nice fight. Very
Thank you.
nice.
His room's still locked. Could be.
They probably realised every time he leaves his room, like, the world ends. So they just like, screw it, lad, stay there. These are the best of everyone.
Huh. So, because I got hit by that spiky V2, I actually got a second heat V, so I have 2, so I'm only hit by 3. So I'm looking pretty good on Zenny, so I might be able to buy an extra HP memory. Or not HP memory. Oh, no, it's because I didn't spend 1,000 early as well. Oh well. That's still good. I'm going to take all the chips. We'll use guard. Oh my gosh. Yep. So, I didn't jump because I was holding slightly down on the D-pad. What the? Okay. And then I didn't jump because I was holding... No, it was the same thing. Let's get that. So that happened.
Well then.
Outside of looking a little silly though, everything's fine. I kind of like the theme for the garden stage.
Yeah, this game has great music. A lot of the things good. Oh god, I hope you can't hear my dog.
Couldn't hear
Be right
anything.
back. Okay, cool. I'm making a lot of noise.
So I'm missing 2 tree bombs. Alright, I guess that wasn't far enough. Never been missing 2 before. Alright. We want to have 4 for later. Whoops. Guard's fun there. Alright. So now we just gotta get through these spikes. Which these don't actually do that much damage.
Who is the villain? Some random dude.
Ah, and I didn't get Tree Bomb 3? Or Tree Bomb 2 again. If you get 3 Tree Bomb 3s, it can save time in a couple places. So now we're going to do the first folder edit. And we're going to go down and remove Raton, Burner, and Stone Body. And put in Fire Sword, Tree Bomb 2, Tree Bomb 1, and then grab Heat V, switch it for Guard, and set it as the default chip. So that way we'll have it for Needleman. And I'm just going to take the rest as a backup.
The Zero Virus isn't like the main villain. But, it's an element.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll see like the bosses as they come up.
You can just barely survive 2 hits from Needleman, so we kind of bank on that. And we use Heat V because they do 120 damage since it's twice as effective, and we have 5 of them. He's got 600 health, so it just works out really nicely.
Yeah, Needleman's not too bad, but again, you can only take like 2 hits from him. So
Yeah, and that's if you
mess up.
get extra. Because like, there's a lot of HP memory you could cut out, and so if you do that, then he'll have just enough damage to 2-shot you, which can be kind of scary. But we got 2 down, 2 more to go. We're going to go to the waterworks. Keep Heat V on red because we're going to use it to farm a couple chips.
Oh, now would be a good time to bring up how chip ranking works in this game, I guess.
Oh, busting ranks, kinda?
Yeah.
What
Like, I think it's how fast you delete them once they come on screen. And there's
Yeah.
still busting ranks in this game, and that's kind of how it works. So if you take a long time to delete them, then you might not get a chip from them. But
Yep.
if you delete them fast, sometimes you will, and sometimes you still don't. I don't know, this game's weird.
Some viruses are predisposed to dropping their chip, others are less so. Or they can drop different ones. Fortunately, these guys, since we got Heat V, we delete them quickly. We get a double delete. And you shouldn't take any damage. That always scares me. I've been having trouble with the polar bear damage boost lately.
When I was learning this game, I I hated these goddamn things.
Mm-hmm. It's like the custom bar feels enough that you could reg mini bomb, but which takes them out effectively. But then it's hard to also get shockwave in time for the mini boss. Which, since we didn't draw shockwave or repair, we're gonna go ahead and edit our folder right now, actually. And reg shockwave, take out dash wrecker, and put in V and double jump. And then hopefully we draw like repair or double jump. I don't know where exactly to use double jump, and it takes a lot of MP, so I'm actually just gonna hold off on that. That's something I should experiment with or practice at some point. Because you could use double jump here. I think you just go straight up, but I don't know like how many to use, and I don't want to overuse my MP. Okay, and here we grab.
So much. You're on so little health in this stage.
Yeah, I think I have like 10. Which, hopefully we won't get hit. I mean, that's the plan, but...
Basically the same BN game. Same BN game. What? BN1? It's quite different to BN1.
Okay. Alright. This is about what you expect for the start. They're not cornering me, so this is good.
Oh yeah, this guy. You want a shockwave for this guy, because if you don't have it, you're just... This fight is so tough.
Yep. We rig it because it's like, since it can multi-hit and just the way that they break, it's usually pretty good about getting them. And I'm going to do a really small folder edit where I go in and I rig tree bomb. Now, oh, I didn't need to open the ships there. Because I have low health and not max MP, so we're just going to do a death warp here. Go back to the start, which fills up your health, MP, and the custom gauge. So we can say, hey, look, I got repair. That's funny. And we're going to do a damage boost through the polar bear. And take him out. And now 4 tree bombs and 2 shotguns will be enough to take him out. Previously we would do a dedicated shopping trip to go get elect blades for Iceman, which does take him out quick, but that's extra 3,000 zenny and a dedicated shopping trip, and then you have to go back and reg tree bomb afterwards. So this is a slower fight, but it's made up, I think, by all the other time saves, depending on how aggressive you are with your tree bombs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, it seems a lot faster.
Oh.
Going to the shop.
Shotgun only does 40 damage, so it takes 3, not 2. Fortunately, you have just enough health to survive one of those freeze bomb attacks. Alright, and since we have tree bomb on reg, we can go straight to the next stage, Brightman, in the shopping district. And we need tree bomb for the boss, Brightman. He's electric element, so the tree bomb will do double damage. You can also get a nice loop off of him. Well, we'll see that when we get there. And then for the rest of the stage, you can usually just maneuver through. I missed one of my jumps. So these satellites are out of position. Right. But the rest went okay. Still have a good amount of health too, because there's a couple things. Well, there's one enemy in particular that you want to damage boost through. Uh-oh. You can jump over him, but since I had bubblers, I was just gonna take him out. But I missed one.
Saw that. Yeah, the bunnies in this game are quite annoying.
Bunnies have just traditionally always given me the most trouble. I'd say they're the worst virus in the game. Pure evil.
Yeah, I would kind of agree. Raddies are pretty annoying, but they don't show up.
Okay. So I focused a little bit there because timing's important. But basically, whenever you fire an attack, Brightman goes into a defensive state, and if he gets hit by anything, he'll negate the attack and counterattack. But if you like throw out a projectile or something, he'll lower his guard after a period of time, and then the projectile can hit him without re-triggering the guard. And while he's flinching, he won't reactivate it, so you can loop him with projectiles, and the tree bombs do double damage, so 3 will take him out.
Yeah, I think that was discovered by Black Yoshi, V5.5 Yoshi.
Yep, V5.5 Yoshi. I still remember the clip where he found it. Bit of an accident, but capitalized it on it very well. And now that we've done the 4 split, Dad calls, gives us a little bit of plot. Chod calls, makes fun of us, and we get a couple more emails with hints on where to go next. And we're gonna reg double jump. I have 10 bubbies. That's enough. We're gonna make a slight detour shopping trip. I'm gonna buy 2 of those. Yeah. I think I have a... Yeah. And we're gonna go to the arcade. And at this point you're gonna see lots of use of double jump, which we got in the Waterworks. Didn't really need it for Brightman stage. But on these it'll allow us to do a lot of sequence breaking. Oh, and I drew a bubbler, so, or Bub V rather, which is good. Because right here, we double jump up to this, which is a bit of a sequence break. And we'll take that out. Oh, I cut it too short. Oh! And, that was just me holding down too much on the D-pad. Yep, but with that double jump, we cut out most of the top left section. So cleared the first area pretty quick. And the second area is a bit more of a straight shot. There's basically a pinball machine at the end that's kind of neat. You can get a lot of zenny from it, which fortunately we don't need to pick very much of it up.
I have no memory of the pinball machine. So.
The bouncers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I describe it sort of like that. So boom. And you can pick up a lot of zenny. I'm gonna go up here to save 1 double jump, a little bit of energy. And my health's kind of low, so I'll try and jump over him. Oh, that's kind of close. And then if you slide off just right, you can get past this Matar. Oh, nope. I was a little off, so I got hit. Alright. But we already have Bub V, so we don't have to change anything, so that's good. My MP's full too. I might actually, yeah, we'll use Tree Bomb because it does more damage. We have the MP to spare. So it'll take fewer hits overall. He's got a couple attacks. Fires, it doesn't do much damage because we get the armor on, but it's the hardest to dodge. Oh my gosh. Alright. Just because I'm really bad at dodging that attack. Okay. And that's Color Man. He didn't do the one where he just throws it straight at you. That one's hard to dodge if you're close, but not so bad. And then it turns out that he's actually just causing trouble and this has nothing to do with the plot at all. So, yay.
That's a common theme for the bosses. I start a cult theme, I guess, for some of them. Yeah, it's just that.
But since we drew above V and didn't have to reg it, I don't have to edit the folder to go back to double jump. I'm gonna go straight to like man stage. Which, the reason that you go to the power plant is because Lane gets an email that says, "Hey, I'm your biggest fan. You should come to the power plant." And Lane's like, "That's a great idea." Mega is less convinced. Uh oh. I spaced my jumps out wrong again. I missed that in Scrubathon too. I'm really bad at that jump. It's pretty tight with spacing out your doubles. But it just saves going on those hangrails.
Oh yeah, that jump.
Oh, I got paralyzed by the bunny. These are the V3 bunnies, so you freeze for a long time. Long enough for them to like walk up and hit you.
Yeah, you can still mash to get out a bit faster in this game though.
Oh, I guess I've not actually tried that.
Oh, well, I think you can anyway.
Historically, I would just get out and then get immediately restunned.
Yeah, that sums up what happens to me as well.
Ooh, that was close. So try and dodge those. The health is kind of low. I think these electric things would kill me, so I'm just going to preemptively use my other half energy. We drew Tree Bomb 2, of which I have 2. I'm trying to think if I should use that and then like a sword and not reg Tree Bomb. Oh, almost didn't make that. But we use double jumps here to skip some pretty annoying sections. Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
As you can see, everything in this game does like 1 billion damage, so it's really punishing to run.
It ramps up pretty quick, and since we're skipping a lot of HP memories, there's a lot we get that are kind of quick and in the way, but there's a whole lot more that we skip. Ow. I think I'm dead. Okay.
Oh, I think so.
So I'm going to go ahead and reg Tree Bomb 1, which is kind of like the normal strat. Because that does a lot of damage, and I get hit by lightning too. But since I was able to edit the folder, man, I wish I bought 3 half energies now. I'm going to open with Tree Bomb 1 and max health and max MP. So, not too bad of a setback.
God, damn.
That was so weird. Sometimes he doesn't attack. After you hit him, he'll just like keep moving forward. It's random what he does. And then once you beat him, your dad contacts you and says, "Hey, if you get a suspicious email, you should probably not do it." And mine's like, "Oh, okay, it makes sense now. I guess that was a trap." But after fighting all of these viruses, or Navi's infected with the Zero virus, Mega Man is also starting to feel the effects from it. So your dad patches him up a bit, and we begin the next section. So we're starting to focus our search on the Zero virus. I'm going to switch to double jump, and there's a bit of an intermission here, where we're going to activate a shortcut and revisit Numberman to buy some power-ups. And I'll also probably get that HP memory that I couldn't afford earlier, because I should have the Zinni for it now.
Might notice every time he beats a boss, Lan gets like a model of that boss in his room. There's no reason, he's kind of there.
Kind of creepy, but you know.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy. Oh and he really likes like this one bubble, doesn't he? Put it like right in front of his face on the desk. In his start, man.
Probably. I can't remember where everything... Oh. And we need to read the email from Higsby. There we are. Who gives us the level 4 access code.
That's a nice move.
There we are. Yeah. When things go well, it's really satisfying. But going fast is hard.
Shoutouts to Mail News. I don't think we had to read that mail.
No, you did not. But my down did not work, so...
Fair.
I just wanted everyone to be well informed of what was going on in the world.
Yeah, the plot's obviously very important for every Mega Man game. So you wouldn't want me to miss out.
And then double jump lets us get through that quickly. And then we can actually take the back entrance to where Numberman was, because you'll remember we were here earlier in the Gutsman scenario. And we'll actually be back one more time later. And we're going to buy some power-ups. And 1 HP memory, 2,400, yeah. And I got some Zinnia to spare as well. So now we're going to use the power-ups that we've collected. And we have enough to max out attack and charge. Cool. So now begins sort of the second half of the run, where your Buster is far more powerful, and you can rely on it and not have to use chips as much. So we'll have double jump on Rig for mobility, and I'm gonna stop by the shop real quick and get 2 half energies. And we begin the Zero Rush, where we're trying to find the source of the Zero virus, and so we have to get successive pass keys to get deeper in and closer to the Zero account.
Yeah, and as he mentioned, the Buster in this game is stupidly powerful when you upgrade it, which, you know, I imagine a lot of people playing casually didn't realise, because I didn't. Because when you start off, the Buster is like actually worthless.
Yes. Compared to chips.
Yeah, I just assumed it was going to be the opposite of this one, so I just like didn't use it ever and had the bad time.
Yeah. But you'll get a demonstration of it here. With level 5 charge, it charges quick, and maxed out attack, it does 90 damage, which will one-shot most of these level 2 viruses.
And the best part about it for bosses, it doesn't cause iframes, so that's very useful.
Which also means that they don't counterattack as much.
Oh yeah, I didn't consider that actually, it's true.
Hey, I did it right. I nearly died there in Scrubathon. Panicked super hard. Cool. But that's about how that stage is supposed to go. So Proto Man was making fun of us earlier, saying that leads us to the professionals, and then he goes and loses to a sword navvy. What a guy.
Like, one of the easiest bosses in the game as well, it's great.
Especially when you don't hit him with a chip. So here's Swordman. He's got a couple attacks. We'll see if he actually does any. Nope. Nope. Oh, of course. And he does the slow one where he hides above you, and then if you're on the ground when he hits... Oh, he almost did a slash wave. You get stunned and he follows up with a sword slash. Well, you've got to see 1.5 of his attacks. But that just goes to show you how effective your Buster is at this point.
I just realised he's carrying 2 swords in his back and 1 on his hand. He only uses 1 in the fight. I don't... Right.
Oh, I need to do full edit. Well, like sometimes he throws the 2 off his back and spins them in and they go for you.
Oh, I didn't actually realise that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been in this fight for more than a couple of seconds.
Yeah. But I put in High Cannon, which is important for later, and Barrier. which is something we'd like to use for the end of Gravity Man stage, so by putting it in now, there's a chance that we'll draw it here. Oh, we did, and Bubbler.
Nice.
But beating Swordman gives us an access code so we can get a little bit farther in and sort of repeat that process. Gravity stage, which, I mean, you could say this about any of them, but it's got a good theme. And this one is particularly tough because, as the name implies, it messes with your jump height. And there's just a lot of... wow, still got cannon. A lot of stuff in here that can kill you. Lots of spikes. Ooh, okay. Was a little slow. Got that.
I hate this stage.
Trying to do it quick. This is definitely the one that's given me the most trouble.
It's given me the most trouble as well when I was learning. And I actually run this game, yeah, for those in chat, but I did learn it, and trust me, this stage is just the worst.
Yeah.
Fast.
I still don't do it quite as fast as like Plum.
Yeah, Plum's very good, but just not.
Mm-hmm.
Graphics
He does.
graphics are okay. The models are way too blocky though, even for 2003 game.
Uh-oh. Stupid bunny. Alright, and since we got barrier, we don't have to edit the folder. We're going to use 3 on the approach to just kind of go through those, grab some health, and then we're at Gravity Man. So we use double jump to skip a small section, and then we switch to barrier for this. And here's... I missed I missed one of my shots. Oh, he actually gave me a lot less than because of that. But you can hide in the top right corner and use barriers to block his attacks. The length between his attacks is random, and again, since the Buster doesn't flinch, it doesn't trigger a counterattack. So sometimes he can be very passive. But he tried to pull me twice.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty rare. He doesn't usually try.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Mega Cannon, and we still got double jump on Rig, which is what we want. And we can go to the stage that has my favorite theme, Starman.
I'd say mine is either Starman or the Old World Arena, or Old Abandoned Area, whatever it's called.
Oh, the vacant comp for Shadow Man?
Yeah.
Or wait, Abandoned. You mean Swordman stage or Shadow Man's?
Swordman.
Swordman. Yeah, that's the old area. It's got a good theme. And you don't hear much of it since you skipped kind of the first whole half.
Yeah. I like Pharaohman stage a lot as well.
Yeah, I mean, as I said in Gravity, you could say it about pretty much all the stages. They all have good music.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about Pharaohman, even in Wonder Swan, the stage music is actually, like, almost listenable.
You mean Desert Man?
Yeah, Desert Man. I think I called him that in my tutorial, didn't I? God damn it.
That's the running joke. Oh gosh. Alright. I missed where to double jump. Well, that's okay. We just took a little bit of contact damage. I need Bub V or Heat V. So at this point, Mega Man says that the Zero Virus is affecting me too much, I can't go on. And then your dad shows up and says, here's the fix. Oh, but this is only for the current version. And there's a new version of the Zero Virus, so you guys are going to have to keep going. And I'm like, okay. And that's the plot.
It's really convenient, and it makes... Like, I don't know why they did it, because it just makes it seem silly. Like, that entire sequence is pointless.
Well, like, it's supposed to give you a sense that, oh, Mega Man is actually feeling kind of weak now. And then, oh man, the Zero Virus is changing. Kind of renews your resolve to go solve this problem. I don't know. It is funny. So, here's the mini-boss. Dang. I missed one of the shots. Oh, well then subsequently 2 more. But it takes 5 to take him out.
Ignore that.
And it's a really annoying mini-boss, since he's got the yo-yos circling him and you can only damage his core, which is why we use something that's got spread. Now Starman is a really annoying boss.
I really like how mini boss though, personally. I think it's like a pretty fun fight, even though it's kind of annoying.
I suppose maybe.
Starman I don't like, he's just bullshit.
Full stage! Okay. Only did it once. This is already a lot better in Scrabathon because I died to Starman twice and had to... Wait... Did I? Yeah, I think I died to Starman twice and I redid a stage.
Oh, so sorry.
Because like, I had 0 continues and it's like, well, if I died twice, I'll probably die a 3rd time. And then game over.
Yeah.
Now that's awkward. I don't have a save for Starman. But now that Starman's defeated, we can go back to Double Jump and we can go access the Zero account. So we can go say hi to Zero, his one sort of true network or battle network appearance.
Yep, and then they forgot about it. Well, I guess they didn't necessarily forget about it, it's just they like wrote it into the plot so that he basically won't ever turn up again. But they can still use him if they wanted to.
Which, I mean, you see sort of his chip pop up in a couple other games.
Oh yeah, and the dumb way to get it. A brand new copy of 03 with 1 chip on it. Oh god, that's so dumb.
It was kind of neat, the crossover they did, but not the best
the crossover
implementation.
Cool, but like, they really shouldn't have limited like 1 chip to each
Oh
cartridge.
my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, it's not good.
That aura head just constantly giving me trouble. This is fine. If you do it right, you can get through there only getting hit once. But as you can tell, I did not do it right.
Wow. That aura head wanted you dead.
Yeah. It's okay. Wow. The problem is that if Zero gives me any trouble, custom bar won't be filled. Maybe I'll pause a little bit. Because if Zero kills me, then I will have to redo because I'll have 0 continues. Which is a quick stage to get through.
Zero can easily kill you because he has, well, you'll see in the fight, maybe.
Maybe not.
Hopefully not.
But here's 0. And basically, Zero's an Navi that Wily made a while ago, and he's got a function in him where basically he's just constantly producing viruses. Whoa. Okay, so here's the thing. And just in time, the custom bar filled. So this is one reason we pick up barrier. Because this attack is undodgeable. You can damage boost through it. But this does 100 damage. Fortunately, he only did 1. It does 300 damage, and at this point I think we've got like 320 health, so you can survive 1 hit from it. You can also damage boost through it if you jump into him, but the timing is not the easiest. You can miss it.
That's fine.
And then Proto Man shows up, and this is kind of a branch where if you find a key item, you can remove the virus function from 0, so you can stay. But if you don't, because it's slow to go get it, Proto Man convinces you to delete 0. And then
yeah, it's basically a good ending, a bad ending thing. And if you save 0, it gives you his
Navi chip.
like Navi chip.
Yep. So you can summon him in to help you. But then plot twist, that was just a diversion, so that this guy called the Professor, who worked for the World 3, could fund the revival of the life virus. So he's got a modified life virus that he's working on, and now we gotta go find it. but no one really knows where it is, so Yai says, you know, it's probably in the undernet. And Lan's like, you make a good point, let's go check the undernet. But this is kind of a short section, because we're literally just going to go through and go to the undernet, because plot stuff happens when you get to it, and you won't be able to continue. But to get in, Mega Man has to sound nasty, so he starts impersonating Needleman. It's pretty funny. So here we try to go to the undernet, but we get redirected to the official center, and then Proto Man's like, how did you get here? The professor must be mocking us. And so we have to figure out how to get an authorization code, which will let us get to the undernet. So that gives us another branch here. We talked to Higsby because he's a former World 3 operative, but he doesn't know how to do it. Dex gives us a clue. Switch back to the double jump. And now we're going to go to Pharaoh Man stage. Probably Avis, unless Plum shows up. He was supposed to do Star Force at this point, so we're buying him a little time. But if he doesn't show up, this will be the end of the marathon.
I mean, it's fine. I feel like this runs with the TeamBN feed not going right.
Yeah. I drew a barrier though, so I guess I could say that that's good. So I won't have to edit the folder later. Because you'll want it for the second half of Pharaoh Man's area.
I don't know if we mentioned Plum, who was going to be running this in Star Force 2, he's the world record holder of this game.
Shoka is.
Fuck.
But Plum will be running this game in AGDQ. And I'm sure he'll give it a good showing. His movement consistency is a lot better than mine. He's put a lot more time into these classic platformer games.
My bad. For some reason I thought he beat Joker.
Nah. I think they both have a hard time grinding this game. Because when you go like really fast, there's a lot of things that can pretty easily kill you or kill the run.
Yeah. It's quite different. I mean, it has a lot of similarities to classic and like EX games, but when it comes to damage boosting, this game is a lot more punishing than those, because in like Mega Man X1, run into everything, not care.
Okay. Yeah. So, I didn't jump over the first rat quite right, so I got hit, took more damage than I would have liked, and fell into the pit, which threw my spacing off, but fortunately the ghost didn't hit me on the way through. The rat does a ton of damage.
The ghosts are so silly in this game. I just do that weird like pose and then disappear and reappear. It's so weird.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Kinda close quite a lot.
These rats have been giving me trouble lately. Fortunately, we're fine at this point.
Oh god. Wow, that ray does more damage than I thought.
Yeah, it's like the V3 viruses, everything scales so much in this. Because Ratty 1 does 10 damage, but then Ratty 3 does like 1000 damage.
Yeah, I didn't actually realize.
The level 2 ghost does a ton less, so you try and jump over, and then if you're lucky, it just disappears. But if you run into it, it's still not very much damage. This is a especially good draw because I also got Mega Cannon, so I feel like that speeds up the Pharaoh Man fight. Although, since it does cause him to flinch, he will do more attacks. And he gave me a rat. Thanks. So this is just going to stay on the field. Oh, but the additional damage from the Mega Cannon really helps. Because you can mix it in with your charge shot. And for beating him we get old data. But he dropped an Anubis. That's particularly annoying because it takes 3 hits to kill it. It's not based off health or damage or anything. And we're gonna, so when you beat a Navi the first time you get their ability chip, and for Starman we got Star Arrow, and we're gonna use that in the next stage. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, I've already got 2. That should be fine. It's just making sure I have a couple half energies.
Yeah, Desert Man appears in BN 1 and 2 as a post-game boss.
Yes,
like
Desert
BN
Man.
3. Did I say Desert Man again?
I think so.
Anyway, he appears as a post-game boss in BN 1 and 2, and his chip is in basically every game. It's Poison Pharaoh and Anubis.
Yep. So that's the first area, and then here in the second, we're going to use Star Arrow, and hopefully I get it right.
Looks really cool. You'll know if he gets it right.
I caught up to my Buster Shot. Nice. But you can basically ride the Star Arrow halfway through the stage. I got hit, so I don't know if I'll make this. Yeah. If you go really fast, you can make that cycle. But you have to go really fast. Okay.
Nice.
And, oh, is this? No, that's High Cannon. No, I don't need to use a half energy, actually. So we're going to use Mega Cannon for Shadow Man, and we got 5, which is exactly as many as we want. I'm going to heal first, because it's possible he gets 1 hit on me. Nice, and that was a good fight. It's random which one he goes to, so the movement at the very end is just sort of to juke his sword, and then 5 Mega Cannons, 1 full charge shot, and a single Buster Pellet will take him out. So when that fight goes wrong, though, it goes very wrong, because his attacks are pretty quick and have a lot of variance in them. But now we take these 2 bits of data to our dad, who uses some data magic on it to fix it. And now we can access the internet. So we're going to start with double jump, and we're going to do a last little bit of shopping here. And we're going to buy 5 full custom, 1 fast gauge, because we are looking for specific chips. We have a folder of 20, and there's 3 that we want, and then 2 others that we would... Well, there's 3 that we need and 2 others that we want, I should say. Alright, and I didn't draw a barrier. And then poor Gutsman, he's just hiding out up there because he's too big to fit through to get to the internet.
Oh, forgot about that.
So that charge shot is sort of for timing. And now we're going to use a fast gauge, and I'm going to jump up, and I should dodge the electric attack. Kind of go right under it. And then here I'm going to wait, and then we're going to damage boost through a couple of these guys. Perfect. I'm just going to go ahead and use the rest of my double jumps, and... We didn't draw Mega Cannon or pretty much anything that we wanted. So I'm just going to take these two, use them. And now I'm going to go back into the folder and I'm going to reg Mega Cannon, so we guarantee draw that, and use a full cust. So now we've got 5 full cust and we need to get all 3 of our cannons because we're going for a program advance. So,
This is the shittiest Battle.net in the series. It's kind of impossible to compare considering this is like a completely different dimension.
Nice. So, cannon, high cannon, Mega Cannon. I also drew Life Sword, that's funny. And we didn't take anything else good, so I guess I'll do... Barrier?
Wait, you drew Life Sword?
I drew Life Sword. I drew Life Sword on the first draw, actually. So this is what a firewall looks like in the Battle Network universe.
Oh yeah, you did draw Life Sword.
Mm-hmm. And that was a 6 and 3, so that was an okay fight. But basically, 9 Mega Cannons to the core will destroy the firewall. You can completely ignore the stuff. And then Land just conveniently says, hey, we should run a backup here, so that way it refills all of your chips and all of your health. But not your MP, because we're not that nice. And this just shows you how much stronger that we've become, because we're going to do the boss rush. And it's pretty much just stand in their face and fire charge outs.
Does Joker and Plum do the PA strat?
Yes. It's definitely the fastest, because you save a ton of time on the firewall. You save a ton of time. Well, you save a lot of time on the life fires. It's good.
Yeah, I think it was Jang Bang who didn't do it right.
My PB actually doesn't do it. It's a funny thing.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, it's a relatively new strat. Because the old thing was, like, well, if you have a bunch of M cannons, because I used to farm M cannons. I had 8, and I would use it on the firewall. Then they'd refill, and then you'd have 8 cannons to spread around. But what the? Uh-oh. Well, that's what Brightman does.
Does that sound good?
I was firing the second shot too quickly, so he wasn't going back into his defensive state.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I see.
Ooh, ice bomb. I wondered, that might have killed me.
Yeah, I think it would have.
Okay, so that was quick, man. We used Data Cannon on him since he can spend a lot of the time invulnerable. I'm gonna go ahead and use a half energy. As close as I'm standing, the color man is probably gonna hit me. I just dodged the fire attack. The fire attack's hitbox is super weird, so it's really hard to dodge. And we're just gonna have to buster strat this, where you shoot him with a pellet, charge shot, and slide under him. I'm really bad at the timing though, so sometimes he breaks out of the loop. Nice thing is though, that's completely safe, because he'll never counterattack you. Oh, and once you clear it, of course, you get ambushed by a bunch of viruses, but yada yada, power of friendship saves the day. So shoutouts to Gutsman, who actually managed to get into the Undernet and one-shot Scuttless, 2 of them, through their barrier. So clearly he's been working out.
Roll is true MVP though.
Yep, because Roll basically uses folder back on you, but she still doesn't refill your MP. Not that it matters at this point.
Does she not? I thought she did.
No one does.
Oh. Yeah, they only have like one standing sprite for roll because for her dancing in a really weird way.
But it's like that live fire strategy is super nice because you just stand inside of him and fire alternating full charge shots and Zeta cannon.
That makes this boss kind of a go. This boss can be dangerous.
This boss is only dangerous if you like jump into him. If you stand in one of the corners, that's time for anyone hopefully on the restream machine, Grayer Gamer. Hopefully I did it in under an hour and 10 minutes.
I've been chat anyway.
Since I didn't have to redo Starman stage.
Time was 105.
Okay. I think that's reasonable. Nice. I almost made Plum's estimate.
Yeah.
Not quite there.
You probably shouldn't have admitted that on stream, but fair enough. Oh god. Yeah, good run. You didn't. Oh wait, you died once, I think. Right?
Probably somewhere.
Yeah, one death isn't bad. It was to Underman.
He said the thing. Oh yeah.
I meant Electman.
I like man.
They don't even voice act the thing, do they?
No. I'm not sure if they do in the JP version. They might. But now in the credits you get to see all of the bosses have a little intro cutscene, but we skipped that during the run. You get a nice sort of hero theme for the credits.
Yeah. If I recall, you can't skip these intro cutscenes in the JP version, which makes the US version.
Really?
faster. Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was just the extra voice clips before like all the jack-ins.
Might be. I seem to remember not being able to skip these. I might be incorrect though.
I wonder. We could probably... Plum used to run on JP, so we could guys check some of his earlier runs. Oh. Unfortunately though, it doesn't look like Plum has shown up, so it looks like we won't be getting to see Star Force.
Sorry about that, guys. Not much we can do about it though.
Yep. Ultimately, it always comes down to runner availability. But thank you for hanging out, for watching. I know it's really late / early. This whole marathon has been quite an experience.